Good evening, and how are we?
Oh, you're in costume. All right, I didn't get the memo, mate.
This is my costume. I told you I'm gonna be a stoner who runs a UFO channel, and that's my costume.
I think it's called Mary Sue, is it? Or no? I can't think of the word to describe you, Hidden.
I gotta take this off. And you've never seen the Terrifier? Well, actually, the Terrifier 2.
What, the glasses?
Yeah.
Or the suit you're wearing? Mate, I've never seen it. Apparently, it's pretty good and terrifying.
Well, this is the Terrifier 2. He goes into a comedy shop and he's trying all the sunglasses on. These are one of them.
Okay. I got you, brother. I got you. Hope everyone's doing well in chat. Nice to see everyone. Yeah, and happy, well, I guess pre-Halloween. Not until Friday, but nevertheless, yeah, it's spooky season, spooky month. One of my favorites. But how are you, Hidden? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm still alive, not joining the spooks or being celebrated. I gotta be careful because spooks is another term for secret agents, isn't it?
It is indeed. Yes, the hidden cabal.
So let's say I'm not a ghost, but guys, we got to stop the jibber jabbing. Hello, everyone. Sorry, let me get this up here. Hello. I'm gonna be straight with you guys, and I know you guys are cool with me. As you probably can tell, I've had a little something before the show. So yeah. So I know you guys are here. Let me try and grab you. But I'll tell you what. We got a little trailer to introduce our guest. And it's been a long time in the making, and I'm absolutely honored to have Jimmie on here. He's such a nice guy. But he's also done a documentary, which he'll talk about. And well, let's just play the trailer. Stop waffling, Nick.
Stop blame me. Let's have a look. Let's do it.
There are many shows and movies out there claiming that paranormal activity is real.
A man in Carmel says he's encountered plenty of it over the last 2 years in his own home.
Ever since moving to Maine, Kent says his encounters with the paranormal have become more frequent.
It's absolutely ruined real paranormal on YouTube for sure. That's the thing that they're not understanding, is that a lot of people are watching these videos for their own answers.
If the guy living in this house is willing to disclose information that isn't real to me and to his YouTube channel, what else is he willing to falsify?
That's the problem with people faking evidence, is that who is entertainment and who's actually doing it for paranormal research.
Oh my God! This does not help our cause and what we're trying to do.
I want to do it much more smooth than that. But ladies and gentlemen, we have Jimmie Mitchell. Did I say your last name right? You're muted, brother.
My first name is Jimmie.
Jimmie. I always call you Jimmie.
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Hidden. Come on. It's on the bloody screen there. I thought you were saying it wrong.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Thanks, guys, for having me on. I appreciate you.
Sorry, man. No, so wow, that's got me fired up, man. That's got me fired up.
Yeah,
so
the trailer kind of
gets me in the feels for sure.
So I just wanted to say, because like we've chatted about this before, but I think for the viewers that don't know what this documentary, could you give us a little, because obviously you're going to want people to go and watch it.
Yeah, right. So I'm like a lot of people. I start a paranormal enthusiast is where I started. And I started watching YouTube way back when YouTube was brand new. I was using it as a library to kind of go through and see, you know, evidence that I felt was compelling. But I kept running into fake stuff. You know, I mean, it's the internet's littered with it. And I wanted to kind of make a stand against that, because there's a lot of emotions that people are going through a lot of times when they're searching for answers, you know. And but I saw this channel, this Ghost of Carmel, Maine, with Kent Burris, and I was like, man, if that is real, like I really want to experience that. So I contacted him, and my thoughts were, you know, I'd really like this to be real. I'd like to come home with a documentary that, you know, has really good evidence. But as I started going down the rabbit hole of being there and being with him in his house and kind of seeing how he was, and then talking to other people that had worked with him and stuff, I started realizing that there was a lot of shadiness going on. And I started looking at his videos a little bit closer, and I started realizing some things. And really, the documentary kind of explores not only what I feel to be actual genuine paranormal evidence, but also the tales of exploitation and people being manipulated and false evidence being created at this guy's house. And yeah, I guess that's kind of the synopsis of the documentary.
So you went in more or less being a believer, but then eventually.
Well, I still think I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
I do think he had paranormal evidence. I found some things like EVPs that I can, and we also I heard voices in the room with us at times. And I can't explain those things. It just doesn't, I couldn't find any trickery there. So I still do believe that there were some things going on, but I think the overlying tone to the documentary, or at least in what I was trying to convey, is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there was anything real there. He completely destroyed all credibility by faking anything. But yeah, I went there hoping it was real. And then I came out kind of figuring out that like there may be some things that are real, but it just doesn't matter, you know, which is too bad. Because even my evidence, that's the thing. I think I kind of put my own evidence as sacrificed in a way, because no matter how much I believe it's real, I understand that it came out of a house where manipulation was going on, you know.
I understand. I mean, what was your findings? I mean, you went through the investigation into the house to have a look for real activity, but what was the fakery behind it? Was it because I remember one specific video of a shadow person in a bedroom. I think that's the famous video footage. Would you say that's real or
no? I was able to recreate that. There were a couple that he did. Excuse me. There were a couple of those shadow figure videos that he did, and I was able to recreate 2 of them.
Okay.
And one of them was one. I mean, it's very profound. Like when he walks in and there's this figure at the end of his bed, and it's just like, oh my God, what is that?
Yeah.
And really, it's whatever prop he had, and then low lighting and overexposure, or underexposure, I should say. And then I believe, I can't prove this, and I didn't say this in the documentary because it was something that I couldn't necessarily prove, but I believe that after he would film all this, he would then film his screen to give it another layer of degradation.
Graininess.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Right. Okay. That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those footage when you look at it and you go, it's too good to be true.
Totally.
Knowing ghost photographs, that even like video footage, is not that great, I have
Right.
to admit. But so I understand your point of view on this. I mean, is there any footage we can show here? Because there is the Ghost of Carmel
Right.
page up here, but are we allowed to show any of it at all? Or do you want to sort of
Nuke showed it.
Yeah. I don't think he hasn't messed with me about anything, so I don't see why it would be a problem for you to share any of the things that you guys have pulled up.
Okay.
Yeah, so feel free. And there's also some things I think Hidden has as well that relate to the documentary too. So yeah, feel free to show whatever. And David, Main Man Media there, David Sear, who's in the chat there, and said that I was the savior Carmel didn't know they needed, which I appreciate. David is he worked with Kent. He was Kent's first partner, or a paranormal investigator that went with him and stuff. And then Kent completely exploited him. He had a cousin that was murdered by her husband, who was a famous serial killer named James Hicks. And Kent saw it as an opportunity to come and get some credibility around Carmel, Maine. So he tried to use David, and David became a very big part of the documentary.
Interesting. Well, it's glad to be in chat. It's definitely because I've heard of this case before. The Ghost of Carmel. Is it Carmel, Maine? Isn't it? That's it.
That's the one. Yep.
I can actually bring up the footage here.
Sure.
It's from the Ghost of Carmel Maine YouTube channel. So do you think that'd be okay to use?
Yeah, it'd be fine. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Let's put you get that up, and I'll get the disclaimer up.
For sure. I'll
there we go. There we go. That's like our Superman cape now.
Right.
Now we got it on. We're bulletproof.
Yeah. That's right, because it's written right there.
It's written right there.
There we go, Hidden. Go bring this up. Okay, so what we're going to analyze here is, to sort of go through the famous footage of the shadow. And let's have a look.
Hello, everybody in the chat. Thanks for being here. I'll give that shout out, man.
Hello?
I'm a bit chilling. I'll tell you what, let me remove that. Just for a split second.
Are you talking?
Sorry.
What the hell is that noise? Son of a bitch! What the hell is that noise?
So what we're saying here, Jimmie, is this is a prop. This is a prop.
Yeah, I believe that's a prop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What exactly he's using as the prop, I don't know. He has a doll, where he had a doll that was in a lot of his videos that sort of resembles. I don't know if that was it. I really have no idea what the prop would be in my recreation. Now there's two that are like this. There's another one where it's on the other side of the bed, and maybe we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
I don't know what you've got queued up. But I was able to recreate that one. And the way I did it was with literally a vacuum cleaner and a trash bag. And it was just because, and at first, because I was thinking like this elaborate shit. And then I'm like, well, maybe hold on, let's back up a minute and let's think about
Dark
this.
and blurry.
Yeah, and think of it more of like what a simple-minded, simple person would do. What, because I could be simple-minded, like let's think more simply. So it's like, what's laying around the house? What are things that I could use? And I came up with the trash bag because it was lightweight. And there's some differences between that and this one, but I think the overall breakdown of how it was done, I think I kind of nailed that.
Awesome. Well, but let's continue because I want to see this vacuum cleaner with a trash bag on it. Let's have a look.
It could have been worse though. Could have been a rocket balloon.
Don't start. Oh, also, sorry, Jimmie. What was the time period of this recording?
This is going to be like 2019.
Okay, because it looks pretty crappy quality, I have to admit. Was it taken on a camera phone? Do you know?
Yeah, he had a little shit phone that, you know, and I mean, even people were offering like, hey, we can buy you a new camera. He's like, no, I like this one, you know.
Kind of makes sense because how it's like a potato camera, isn't it? When you look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's something there. It's practical effects is what we're seeing. There's something in the room with him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I mean, you can see an arm and stuff, but you know, it could be a shirt draped over something. It could be, you know, there's a myriad of things that it could be. What's more likely? Like, you know, this is something that when I'm investigating, I tend to lean on Occam's razor a lot, which is paraphrased is what's the most likely explanation is probably the explanation. So what's more likely? Is there a shadow figure demon in his room upstairs, or is it, you know, probably a shirt or something that he's draped around something to make it look like a shadow figure, you know?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. I mean, if you just take this, as I just paused the video, you can clearly see it's a bit like pareidolia here. It's like,
totally.
well, I can see the eyes, the nose, the mouth. It's just, it's adding sort of bullshit scenarios like pareidolia, which is the weakest form of any evidence, really. It doesn't back anything up. So,
yeah. And the graininess, you know, what you're seeing is you're seeing some sort of distortion here, and your brain is trying to make sense of it. Your brain's trying to find patterns, and that's what pareidolia does. I'm sure your audience is clever enough to know what that is.
Yeah,
I'm playing. Well, I see that picture, and all I can hear in my head is, "Hey, you guys." I'm sorry, Nick. You know what that reference is?
Well, hey, you guys. Yeah, that's
cool.
the Goonies. Yeah, I know. Don't worry.
Cool. I forget. I'm an old man.
Let's have a little look. I want to see the one in the background.
See, the one I always liked. I hope that comes up. So I hope you can tell me how he did this.
So I'll just skip ahead.
No, don't skip it. I think this might be it.
Hello?
Was it when the thing jumped from the window?
That's not this one.
Okay.
See movement in the bedroom through that crack. Need to get out of here.
Where's he gonna go?
Is that you, Shadow Dude?
My name is Jeff.
I don't ever turn this freaking light out. I don't even know how this light got out. I leave this light on because of certain reasons like this. Hello?
I'll find
Pause for a minute. Go and just now back up just a touch. I want to show you something here. You can kind of see it there. Can you back up just a touch more?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Okay. Now play it. Go ahead and play. I'll tell you when to
certain
pause.
Reasons like this.
Right there. Pause. Right there. All right. Do you see up there next to his door? There's like a circular shape?
Yeah.
This bit, yeah.
Okay, so that's a hole in the floor that has a grating over it, and this house is so old. They used to have a stove, a wood burning stove in it, and that's where the stovepipe came through. Now with that hole leads into the rest of the house. So there's a video where he's looking at that door from this angle, from this side of the door, and something sort of pulls through the cracks. And people were like, well, how did he do that? And he had leverage and anchorage from that hole in the floor, and it was cloth, some sort of cloth that he was pulling through. I know that you don't have that up, but this is a rare shot of his floor, and I wanted to point that out, that he has access to the rest of his house with fishing line through that hole in the floor. I just wanted to point that out.
I see where you're going.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. Right, it's a bit of a better look at it. It's a big hole, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Let's have a look at that
quite
footage.
large. And it's in one hell of a spot. Like, why did they choose to put it right there where that door is?
Yeah.
I definitely got to take a blood pressure pill. Holy crap. Okay. Okay, I'm ready to upload a video.
Just let it play. Let it. Innit?
Say again.
I was just telling Nick. I was telling Nick just to let it play. Don't skip it. Because then Jimmie, I was again going to call you. I can't believe I've been calling you Jamie for how long?
That's all right. You'll probably call me it again one day.
I probably will. So once the name gets stuck in my head, it's there.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't know that shot that you're looking for is in this video.
Yeah,
I don't believe it is.
No, it's not.
You know which one I'm on about, though.
I do know the one. And
was it a cat?
Well, there was one there that was a cat. So it looks like this, what he's hovering over here. There is one that looks like a cat. That I do think was a cat, but then he started making them himself with different things,
Okay.
Yeah, and that was one I used. That's where the trash bag originally came into play, which hopefully I'm waiting until we get to that footage to kind of explain how that was done, because it's easier to give everybody kind of a visual representation of it. But yeah, I don't remember what the name of the video. That's it. Hold on. That's not it, but that's.
Oh, hold on.
Okay. Yeah. Now that one is done by chopping footage. That was one of the first ones that I saw that I thought was really compelling.
Just trying to have a look. Let's click on that one there. Sorry, I should have had this queued up. I do apologize.
That's all right. Me and Jamie. Jimmie.
Sick Eden.
Should I just start the show again? Nah.
That's it right there. That's the one.
This one.
Go down a little bit further towards the end. Right in there. That's the one.
Oh, this is it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ain't that the cat?
That's not a cat. But I think at first, the very first footage of that, I do think was a cat. But that is what I believe to be a silk shirt, a lightweight shirt. And the reason why I came to that conclusion is because he flat out told me when I was interviewing him that suddenly a nice button-up shirt he had just seemingly disappeared after this footage was filmed. It just disappeared. Okay. So I'm like, okay. So now I tried it with a shirt that was made out of polyester, and it was a little too heavy to get the same kind of effect. But I used a trash bag, which is lightweight, and I mean, the way it comes off of the window here, it seems so unnatural. And I figured out how he did that. And if you watch, because in the documentary I do these side by side, and it was basically how he taped it up on the window. The anchor is at the top, so when he pulls down on it, that top part shoots down underneath the bed, and then the rest of it peels off of the window, and it kind of looks unnatural. It's really kind of, I hate to use the word brilliant in Kent Burris in the same sentence, but I do think it's very smart the way he did that.
Because you can tell the actual cloth over the window moves right there. I can see it. Yeah. The thing is, if you had today's technology, a bit like mine, sort of new Samsung S25, because you got stabilization now built into the actual camera, I don't think you would have got away with this.
Right.
Even though now, when you take a look at it, due to the movement of the camera, the slow motion doesn't really help, but it's like a potato camera, which helps its authenticity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
to a certain degree.
The blurriness. And again, I think that he's filming his screen here as well, like I mentioned before, because it adds a level of graininess, and there's what people will mistake as like, well, it fades in and out of existence, and it's like, no, that's just camera blur. That is what's happening. It's just it's just more intense because we have another level of graininess between the real footage and what you're seeing.
Let's have a look at this one.
Nick, can you hold the show just for a second?
Say again, mate.
Could you just hold the show for me for a second?
Yeah, sure. You got to shoot off.
Yeah.
The little boys' room.
Yeah, I thought I'd come in. Right, let's grab this footage. This one here. I want to see.
Yeah, that one is one that I recreated with the vacuum cleaner and the trash bag. If I wish it would show the full thing here. I'm not sure what's going on. I wish it would show the full clip.
Sorry, man. I do apologize.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I should have had this up before.
I mean, maybe it might play it out. I don't know if he's just talking over it or what's going on here. I mean, even looking at that scene, I can see a face in that, that black shadow. I can see a face there, but that's like it's pareidolia. That's all it is.
The problem is, he's clearly taken this from like a TV screen.
Right.
Oh, actually, that's a better shot of that cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah.
He might play it. If he played that one, I'm assuming he'll play this one too.
Yeah, you can clearly see. I mean, what sort of vacuum cleaner are we talking about here? It's like
it's just a regular vacuum cleaner, but you wouldn't know that because it's got something draped over it. Excuse me. I made like a head out of just like a stuff. This is what I had available. So I had like a stuffed animal. I was able to make a head out of that and then tie like a hair tie or rubber band around it to where it gave it shape. Yeah. And then the rest of it just draped over the vacuum cleaner, just to give it some sort of, standing look to it. And then it's all low lit, He's increased the exposure here after the fact because when you do that, you lose detail, especially again if he's most likely enhancing the footage after the fact. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like he's Yeah. So, that's why you're getting all this blurry, all these artifacts. All this weird phasing that looks like is going on around the edges. It's all done because of overexposure of grainy footage.
Yeah.
Did he have an editing suite by any chance?
Did he have a what now?
Well, you could just do that because it looks like he's turned up the contrast.
Right. Totally. Yeah. Now he says he just used
and sharpened it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. He says that he only uses Windows Movie Maker 2011 at the time.
You could pull that off in there.
Totally.
Yeah.
But he was trying to downplay it as like, you can't even do. He was saying things like you can't even do a voiceover on this, and he was doing that. He was saying that he couldn't do that as he was doing it. That's the thing about this guy. he will totally, that's how he is. He's like, I'm not doing these things, but he's doing them. Like he's doing them in front of you. Like I'm not about drama. I don't have anything to do with drama. Yet he'll make a video talking smack about David Sear or anybody who. He did it to me too because I made the documentary. I made the first episode and he shit his pants, dude. He was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So he went live on Facebook because he didn't want people on YouTube to know about me. He did it in his private Facebook group where he knew there were people who 100% believed in him. And he's got some fanatical fans, man. And he came at me too, saying the whole time, I'm not about drama while creating drama. I mean, that's what he was doing. You know what I mean? And it's really, it's sleight of hand type stuff. It's almost like what magicians do. You know what I mean? They're telling you I'm not doing this as they're doing it, or they're misleading you. They're making you look at other things. You know what I mean? He's really clever in that way. He really is.
It comes with the territory, with these communities. They kind of live in like an echo chamber, like they've been indoctrinated to think one way and not outside the box.
Yeah,
really. Even though their sort of ideas are quite wacky. I mean, if we go back to this footage here, that you can clearly see this is a solid object because I'm guessing here is a bed, but look, you can actually see the shadow.
Right.
Obviously, he's lit up what we're saying here in the editing software. But the light from the window is actually casting a shadow on the bed here, so it's clearly a solid object.
Yeah.
And I gathered if it was a entity, you wouldn't get that effect.
Right. Why would a ghost cast a shadow?
Why not?
You know, I mean, maybe I guess it could, but it just doesn't seem like, or when that thing comes shooting out of the window, I mean, it makes sound. It goes, you know, would a ghost do that? Would a ghost make sound like that? It's not a physical presence. So there's no air for it to be I'm breaking air, but like, you know, there's no resistance. There's no sound. There's no nothing. It's a projection. So, you know, like, and these things are very logical and man, like I said, the fanatical fans, they choose not to see those things. You know, a lot of people, because they want it to be real, and I can't blame them. But at the same time, it's like, let's think logically. You know, come on.
Is it like you said, Occam's razor, isn't it? Really,
right?
It doesn't go into their equation. It's like they've been indoctrinated, you know, to believe one certain direction.
Yeah,
Sorry, I was going to say, or could it be that sometimes people, they just get invested in an idea that, you know, I've gone so far, I'm going to see it through.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you mean in the sense of well, hey, I've come this far, I might as well keep it going and just keep faking things. Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean the fanatics.
Oh, well, yeah. So what happens is they have found the answers they're looking for in Kent Burris. They've found these answers that they want, you know, that they want to hear. And Kent puts off this persona that seems so very
endearing.
You know, yeah, just a genuine kind of person. Why he wouldn't fake anything. He's an old man and all this. And he's, you know, he's got these people hooked. There's a saying by Carl Sagan, and I'm going to paraphrase it. It's something along the lines of like, you know, don't give a charlatan power over you, because once we give a charlatan power over ourselves, we seldomly get it back. And I think that's what's happening, you know, and again, a lot of the time when people are looking for these answers, it's because they're emotionally broken. Someone has, that they've cared about, has passed away. It may be, you know, my brother, or, you know, as we get older, our parents die, or, you know, we deal with death, I think, a lot through our adolescent years. You know, our grandparents and aunts and uncles and stuff like that start passing away. But I think a lot of times, since you start getting even well past your 30s and 40s, you start thinking, you know, people are dying all over the place. I have two aunts that died this month, you know, and it's just, people are vulnerable. They're very vulnerable when they're in that state of mind. And I you know, I didn't want to hurt anybody I just reported what I found, you know, and these people, they get to such an investment that they want to protect him, you know, and I guess in a way, God bless them for that, right? Because
it's grieving, isn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
And,
no, the thing is, the reason why I say that is because myself and Nick have seen this kind of behavior in other avenues. Like, let's say, I don't want to drop names, so if I just say Four Orbs, you know what I'm on about?
I don't.
No, I'm saying to Nick, but him and his people are fanatics.
Okay.
There's another person in the UFO field. Now, people who get the reference, I'm not going to shout it out, but he calls his crew the Insomniac crew.
Okay.
You're working it out. But he's a big YouTuber. So, I mean, I saw him threaten another YouTuber saying, man, I've got like 2,000 Insomniac crew that will come. Not 2,000, sorry, 200,000 Insomniac crew that will come after you.
It's ridiculous.
And
Trying to weaponizing your viewers like that. Like, it's despicable, to be honest. But there's one that I know. There's a couple, like, you know, and I mean, I will say their name if you don't mind, but Third Phase of Moon is full of shit. And I mean, dude, I remember seeing a video that those guys put out, and it was like they were in some jungle, and there was this creature that came out of this cave, and they blurred their faces, but it was like they had blonde hair and fucking ponytails. And I'm like, it's clearly you guys doing it. It's Blake and whatever their name, and it's just, and man, and then they ended up on Art Bell one day and didn't know they were talking to Art Bell, which was hilarious.
Oh god.
But anyway, yeah,
I know the video you're talking about. I saw it recently.
Yeah, it sucks because that's a different field, but I think when it comes to UFOs, I think more people accept the idea of life out in the cosmos more so than they do life after death. I think that's becoming a bit more of a popular opinion these days. It's still kind of probably scoffed at by higher ups in certain scientific communities and stuff like that. But I think we're all smart enough to realize that we're not the greatest thing in the universe, and that there's probably plenty of other life out there.
That's the thing. That's where I want to say. I don't think many in the academia scoff at the possibility of aliens or other lives on other planets. What they may scoff at is that they're flying ships over just to visit us.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the potential for life on other planets is pretty high.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I have these conversations with people. I don't say like I run a UFO channel, but they know I'm a bit alternative when it comes to like UFOs and aliens. And everyone's like, yeah, whatever, ghost aliens, yeah, it's all a load of nonsense. Like people just don't really want to believe, but there are that certain demographic are just really into the paranormal, which is great to have a hobby, but sometimes it's like no like common sense that come into it, and you get these fanatics. It's the same with the UFO community. I'm guessing the paranormal community as well. You get the fanatics in there. Yeah.
I had an experience in the paranormal community, and I posted a picture because I enjoy getting. Most of the times I get some pictures, and I posted this picture of a house on fire. But you can clearly make out a figure there. I mean, you can clearly see this figure. Now, whether it's pareidolia, then that's up to somebody else to debate. So what I done was I posted the picture from the article. I gave the sources, and then I did my enhancements on the picture. So just to make the image pop. So you can say, yeah, I can see it there, like zoom in on it and everything. Yeah. So I put it all up, and I just started getting attacked, saying that I was I manipulated the picture, and I said I didn't do any manipulation. And he said, just explain myself as you would. I left you the source. You can check it yourself. This ain't my picture. This was what the newspaper printed. They didn't even know there was a ghost in the picture.
I mean, going off what someone says in chat here, Cream Storm, I mean, yeah, people have a belief system for sure. But it's whether or not you actually agree with their belief system. And this is the problem what we're having at the moment is that, oh, you don't believe in me? Well, you're a shill, you're working for the government. This is the thing. No one can say, okay, fair enough, agree to disagree. It's a very narcissistic way of a belief system, how to approach a belief system. And this is why I just sort of take a step back in that sort of truth community, because that's one thing I've noticed in that community is, my God, they are littered with people that are just in echo chambers, man. I mean, you say with UFO community, it's like,
unless you're telling me what I want to hear, I don't want to hear it.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, going back onto the subject of Carmel Maine, Hayden, have you got anything you can show, mate?
Indeed. We've got, if Jamie wants to, Jamie's.
Oh my God, Hayden.
Jimmie.
That's all right, bro. I can change my name. I can change my name to Jamie if you want me to here.
Would you? That would help me out a lot. Yeah. Okay, where are we at?
So you're saying, Jimmie, there were actually EVPs being heard?
Yeah. Yes, there was. That was. Listen, this whole thing was my first investigation, and to me, EVPs are really interesting. Now, I know that there are ways to create EVPs without realizing you're doing it, which is something that I do in the documentary. I had a guy, Kenny Biddle, who works for the Skeptical Inquirer. His profession is to be a skeptic. He gets paid for that. I had him create some EVPs through friction and stuff. And some of those did sound like some of the things that I captured, which was interesting. But there are some that are unmistakably voices. And the first one we captured, it's just me and Luke in the house. Kent had walked out of the house. And as Luke is asking questions, this voice comes in on his camera, and it says, well, I think it says, this is the thing about EVPs. It's up for interpretation. But I heard it saying, I can't answer you. And that, when I heard that, you know, and I made sure that I could hear it, even with all the noise of the room, the hiss, you know, before I did any post-production and kind of removed noise. I wanted to make sure that I could hear it even with the noise. And I could hear it, and it was registering in the spectrum, or the spectral audio waves. I could see it there.
Yeah.
And so there was something creating some sound in the room, but it definitely sounded to me like a woman saying, I can't answer you. And that to me is one of those things. It's like, there's no way that Kent could have faked that. There's no way Kent could have faked that. You know, if he had speakers or anything in the house or in the room or someplace where he thought we wouldn't find them, we would have found them. Because let me tell you, when he wasn't downstairs with me, I was going through his kitchen cabinets. I'm looking. I'm here to investigate, you know. So I didn't see anything that alluded to any kind of trickery that way. And it's one of the things that leans me on more toward the side of the fence that he actually had some sort of paranormal phenomenon going on there.
It's that EVP that you talked about on your top 5.
Yes, it is in my top 5. Yes, it sure is.
Well, I've got that ready. So should we have a gander? And I'm going to play the intro. I'm going to play the intro, Jimmie.
It's me, man. I tell you what. When I watch this video, I cringe a bit because I'm doing that voice.
Oh, I love the voice, man. You know? I love it. I love it. You should do it. Coming to a cinema near you.
Check out a cinema near you.
So this is the top 5 chilling EVPs that you caught at the house. And I personally don't take EVPs as genuine because I'm not there to see it happen. But if you say you were there and it happened, I believe you.
Right on.
Because you're my boy, Jamie.
I'm honored, brother, for real.
In the heart of Carmel, Maine, the Lamb House, a quaint dwelling from the late 1800s, stands as a silent witness to the unknown. Welcome to Top 5 Chilling EVP Encounters at the Lamb House. Join us as we delve into the most spine-tingling electronic voice phenomena from our investigation. These are the 5 encounters that have left us in
I just
awe.
keep going. I just keep going.
No, that's pretty cool, man.
I can't answer you. Our first chilling EVP encounter occurs in the well-lit dining room during a Estes method session. Here we sense the reluctance from the other side, with a response of a whisper from a woman saying, I can't answer you.
Spirits, tell us where Kent went.
Kent had left the house. He's not in the house. There was nobody in the house except for me and Luke. Nobody else in the house at all. A woman's voice comes into the camera audio. I hear her saying, I can't answer you. The words were spoken so softly, yet so determined, hinting at the complex nature of spirit communication. Where's Kent?
Yeah, this
In our
one's really
second
good.
spine-tingling
This one's
encounter.
good.
See,
I was just saying, I like this next one for sure. What were
see
you-
at most on that one, yeah, I could hear I can't or I can't.
Right, or sometimes I even hear I keep. You know, that's the thing about EVPs, man. Like, that's what makes them so. It makes them a weak case. That's the thing. Like, since I've done all this, I love EVPs, but man, I can understand why people don't take them seriously. Like what you were saying, you know, because it's up for interpretation, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know?
well, and especially like in the field that I deal with, I look at footage. I'm never in these rooms when these things are going on.
Right.
So I'm looking at footage and I'm thinking, well, how do I know you're really in the room by yourself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a fair point. I mean, because you really don't, you know. I mean, that, you know, the thing is sounds happen, and it's what's called even audio pareidolia is a thing, you know, where you hear things. Yeah, absolutely. You hear. It's sort of. It also kind of goes in line with the spirit box, like. You're setting yourself up when you're asking questions. You're setting yourself up to hear a response, right? Like, you know, what's your name? And then you're waiting to hear a name. You know what I mean? So you know it's kind of the same kind of thing. And audio pareidolia could, you know, happen when friction you rub against the camera or whatever. It will make sounds that sound like voices. I mean. Again, it's in the documentary, but there's one where it sounds like it says something like Maggie Mara. What's your name? And you hear Maggie Mara. And it totally sounds like that. But it's just moving his hand on the camera, and it's created this friction sound because of the onboard microphone is picking up those vibrations. And then when you hear it back, you know, it's like, and it sounds weird, you know, it's like, because it's not really a voice, but you're interpreting it to be a voice, so that it inherently sounds weird, and it's like, oh, that's so creepy, and you know what I mean? Like, there's any number of things that can cause it, but man, like, you know, the best is yet to come with these EVPs. I mean, I think this next one's is clear.
I just wanted to stop it there because just to say that I couldn't hear the full sentence.
Right.
I just heard I can't.
Yeah.
Or I can't. But the thing is, I guess the pareidolia as well that comes in it is that the words were written on the screen.
Exactly.
Although, that's why I wanted to stop it, because that's what I wanted to say. All I can hear is I can't.
Yeah.
Because I've listened to loads of EVPs, and even some of them is
right.
And they say it says I'm right behind you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've got I'm glad you brought that up, the putting it up on the screen. That's, you know, I did it when I did that honestly. I realized, you know, I'm putting things on the screen to influence you. And I reference that in the 4th episode. I talk about that because there's another one that I get, and I certainly hope I didn't put it on this episode. I don't think I did, because I waited to share it. But I didn't put on the screen what I thought it said. And I give the audience member time to interpret it themselves and then see if it matches what I thought it said to make a point, you know. So I apologize, you know, the idea of like, oh, well, you put it on the screen. So of course that's, you know, I'm listening for that. That's kind of,
or that's swaying.
That's where it goes.
What I'm hearing is what's that saying.
Right. And I direct, by the time you get to the 4th episode, you start kind of veering onto this other path of like, you know, debunking, I should say.
One other thing, the pictures that we're looking, that's off the house of that guy, yeah?
I'm sorry?
Is this the same house in
Carmel,
this is just, Maine?
Yeah, this house to the left here that I'm doing a pan shot on. I was just at an angle that we're not used to seeing. The house, you can see the road there. That's the front of the house where that road is going in front of. So this is off to the side next to the garage.
Okay. Right.
Fascinating.
As we remained within the dining room, uncovering the history of the Lamb House led us to inquire about Kent Burris, the man behind the paranormal claims. To our surprise, a spectral voice responded with the words, "Where's Kent?" That's interesting to me because Kent had actually at this point he had just walked into the house. Maybe when I hear it, it sounds like it's saying "Where's Kent," but it could also be saying "There's Kent." This was a moment that underlined the unexplained connections between our world and the next. I hate it.
I like that
Our
one.
third encounter.
Yeah, that was
still
pretty
finds us in
good.
the
There's
same
that doll
dining
I
room,
was talking about.
adorned with furniture and illuminated by light, seeking to understand the emotions of the spirits dwelling here.
Now, you can't tell me that doll ain't haunted. Look at that doll.
Yeah, he had a great story about that. It just seemingly appeared in his house one day.
Can you share?
I'm sorry?
Can you share the story, or was that it?
That's what he
just
said.
turned
That
up?
was it. Yeah, I was like, where'd that come from? He's like, I have no idea. Actually, I might have him on camera saying that. I might. But yeah, he's like, I don't know. It just turned up. I was just like, all right. Just
that looks like
materializing dolls. With
that looks like that should be right next to Annabelle.
That should be burned. It's awful.
It's a weird looking doll, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah,
that should have been the thumbnail. Oh, thank you. Great job on the thumbnail, Nick, as well. Absolutely loved it. Sorry.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. There's a Science Evidence and Fringe asked, did Jimmie live with them or at a hotel or just had come close by? I went, I stayed at a hotel, but I did this over a period of 3 days with him, which is not a lot of time, but at the same time, I live in Indiana and I drove all the way out to Maine. So it was 1,500 miles exactly from the end of my driveway to the hotel. And I would go back and forth because Carmel, Maine was only about 20 minutes from Bangor or so. And so I came back for 3 days and I stayed in the house for probably about 6 to 8 hours average over that period of time. So something like 16 to 20 hours during that amount of time.
Did you stay like?
I didn't sleep there. I never slept there.
But did you stay there like late into the night?
Not as late as I would have liked. His wife was over at work and she absolutely hated everything about this whole paranormal YouTube thing that he was doing. So out of respect for her, Luke and I would leave before she got to work. But I did speak to her once and I thanked her. She was very, very sweet. And I thanked her for, I was like, because she came, there were times where we were face to face with her, but when she came home from work, I didn't want to intrude. You know what I mean? So we left. But I would say we were there at the latest, I think probably about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, stuff like that. But, paranormal activity, I don't think ghosts are like, oh, well, it's not 3 a.m. yet, so we got to wait. You know what I mean? They just do it whenever they do it. Yeah.
No, there's at the portal, there's a clock in. So it's got to be between midnight and 4.
Right, or they don't get their benefits. So
David from Maine Man Media, he said it's on camera many times. I think he gave it away on a live.
Okay. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he gave away that. Yeah, he did. Somebody told me they were in my comments. They're like, "Hey, I actually won that doll in a giveaway." Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
As my daughter would say, "Yo, bro, that's a cursed doll." And she does actually talk like that. All right, let's get back to this one. I did like the one previous. That was all right.
Where's Kent? And again, to kind of reference back, it could have said anything. It could have, like, her skin is something, and I make a point about that too, like the idea of what's that thing? Green needle and what's the other word? Somebody in chat knows what I'm talking about. It's like when you listen to one word and you hear that word, like there's a sound that plays, and it's like it can either be green needle or brainstorm. That's the other one, brainstorm. And when you read the word, you can hear that word. You know, have you guys seen this? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm afraid not. No.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's something that, you know, I do think that's a voice, regardless, because it sounds like it's in the room and it echoes off the walls, which is interesting. You know, it's like, that's just, to me, that says that even though these ghosts are, you know, they're speaking in some frequency we can't hear, whatever, like it still is sound and it's bouncing off the room, which is crazy if you really think about that. I'm also starting to feel the effects of that joint, so I apologize for going on nothing.
Don't worry, brother. This is what we're here for, man. We're here to relax and just talk some ghosts.
Yeah.
Kent mentions that we are only trying to validate their presence. The response was a chilling female spirit as she conveyed, "I hate it."
Other people can see. Other people can see.
These words, full of anguish and emotion, resonate with the haunting history of the Lamb House.
Boy, I'm landing on thick, man. I'm landing on thick.
Got it, man.
Right here.
I didn't like that one.
In our fourth encounter, the dining room revealed yet another surprise. "Where is Edmund?" Luke Millette asked, referring to the original Undertaker rumored to haunt the home.
Ooh.
The response was astonishingly clear.
Where is Edmund? Where is Edmund? Where is Edmund?
This encounter emphasized the profound connections forged between the living and the departed.
I will say the sound quality when it
Between
comes
the
to
living encounter emphasis.
StreamYard isn't the best. When you hear that in headphones from the real thing, it sounds like it's coming from over here. It's really interesting. Like it's a voice in the room. Like you can hear it in the room, you know. And Kent is right next to Luke and he's been talking. So it sounds like it's coming from another part of the house. Really fucking weird. And it's like there's no way he could have had something prepped. Like how would he know that Luke was asking the question, "Where is Edmund?" or whatever, and be like, "Oh, I've got the perfect thing for that right here." Like there's just no way that is a voice to me. Like I'm convinced. I don't want to try and convince everybody else, but I'm convinced that that's a voice.
You heard that you heard that in the room.
That like I didn't, because I was in the headphones and
Yeah.
Luke didn't hear it and Kent didn't hear it in the room with them. But we did hear voices in the room with us. Consequently, we didn't get that on footage, which was really strange. That we can, when we said we heard a voice audibly, it didn't show up in the audio. But when we had no idea the voices were there, that's when you could hear them. It's just the weirdest thing.
Could you was communicating with the previous owner of the place that was rumored to haunt it, the mortuary guy?
Well, he had died. Yeah, he had died. He died long before I was ever born.
Well, could I ask you, do you know the stories? Is there any stories you heard of could you share with us that?
Sure. Edmund Lamb was a pillar of the community, man. He sang at funerals. He was in a band, like a marching band, played the bass drum. He helped fund, I believe, the first church of Carmel. He worked with, I I think he shared a room, or no, he worked on shoes, if I remember right. I could be wrong about that. He was just a regular old guy. He was a tiny bit of a man, not very big at all. And he was the Undertaker from, I believe, 1920. Or no, 1920 is when he retired, I believe. And he lived in this house. Now, Kent says that the house itself was used as a funeral home, but I was able to prove that that's not true. And his actual place of business was over on Main Street. Or no, it was Main Road is what that one was called. And that's where he did his undertaking business. Now, also back then, they may have used formaldehyde and things like that, but that was kind of like that wasn't practiced a whole lot during that time. Not saying that he didn't do it, and there are definitely records where he was purchasing formaldehyde. But you would dress those bodies quickly, and you would get them in the ground quickly back then. Now, during the cold months, they didn't have big machinery to dig graves, and digging a hole big enough to bury a body in during the cold months would be difficult. I don't know that it's impossible, but I know it'd be difficult. So there was a storage, I believe, over at the church or close to the church. David would be more inclined. David Mainman Media, if you're still here, yeah, he's still here. He would be more inclined to know where that actual storage was. But Kent also would say that there was a storage for bodies in the basement of this location that was used as the funeral home, and it being the house. But none of that is accurate. None of that is. It was just it was just more of him telling a good story. Trying to make a Stephen King novel real is what was going on there.
So was there any good stories? I like a good yawn. Was there?
Well, I'm sorry. I must have totally misunderstood what you meant and rambled on about something else. What kind of stories are you looking for?
Well, the haunting by what presumably does Edmund do?
Oh, I don't know. He's just, I guess, an angry man who apparently raped and murdered a girl named Rachel Mitchell, who never existed. She was a sister to Naomi Mitchell, who did exist and was murdered when she was 14 years old, which apparently she haunts the house with Edmund and all this. Edmund's just he's just there, and he's, doesn't really have any defining stories. Like, he knows Edmund Lamb, like, pinched his butt cheeks or whatever when he was asleep. I don't know.
Okay. So, but all this bad stuff, because I saw that one of the chaps in the chat said that he was a top fella.
Yeah, that's David. Yeah, he was. He was, like I said, a pillar of the community. He was just a nice guy.
So who's saying all this badness?
Well, apparently the spirits told Kent that Edmund murdered Rachel, and there was a baby somehow, and there's just like all this lore.
I get what you're saying. Stephen King novel.
Yeah. He was just he apparently dug up remains of this Rachel girl in his basement in the crawl space, and what I saw was a rib from like a baby back rib or something, but he was trying to pass it off. It's just because it was cut by a butcher, clearly. Anyway, just there's all kinds of stories that he had about
even
Rachel
a baby back. He could even go and get a full rib baby back.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. It's really nuts. The amount of imagination is something to be, it's like, wow, that's really impressive. But when you're messing with people's psyche and when you're exploiting people, then I have a problem. You know what I mean? And when you're discrediting those of us who are looking for answers and trying to help people genuinely, or really not everybody does. I don't like to do residentials, but there are people out there who do. There are plenty of paranormal investigators out there who don't even have YouTube channels that are out there trying to help people. And stuff like this just makes us all look silly. The stuff that he does makes us all look silly. And it would have been one thing if he was just telling a story, but he was using real people's names. And he was, he was having people that were distantly related to these families of murdered people. Not just, David. David was close relation, but there's another guy I talked to that Kent exploited that, clearly has some disabilities and some, some, just, I don't know.
Do you, sorry to interrupt, because do you know Kent's background? Because he sounds like a bit of a con man, allegedly.
Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah.
Thank you. I have to watch what I say very carefully. So it's nice to have an allegedly every now and then.
Yeah. He moved from place to place quite often. I found that when he was living in like Alabama, I think it was, or Arkansas, one of those A name states. He moved like 17 times in a year or so. 17 times.
That's a lot
in
of
a
moving.
year. And there were
moving.
stories from his own son that were going around that Kent was always moving them from place to place. They spent a lot of time growing up in like campgrounds because they didn't really have any place. They had a camper. They didn't have like an actual house. And he was always blowing people off when they came looking for money that he had borrowed from them. He had a business. What was it he did? It was something construction, some sort of construction business. That I was able to verify that he had, but there wasn't really much about that. I don't really know much beyond that. His criminal record, the only thing that I found was he had got arrested for stealing cable. So I mean, he wasn't really going out causing trouble with the law so much. He was minding his P's and Q's there, but I mean, stealing cable was kind of a whack thing to get arrested for. But yeah, he there were some really interesting things. People were telling me stories that worked with him that he wanted to. Yes, he was fighting fires, and he saw these helicopter pilots or these airplane pilots that would come into the fire and put out fires, and he thought that was the coolest job. So he worked his way up to the position of a helicopter pilot and was then able to do all this. And then he was Burt Reynolds' bodyguard.
Really?
No, I mean, these are stories that he was telling people that he was doing, so none of that's true. He didn't do any of that. I found he had no special licenses.
That's where you got me at Burt Reynolds' bodyguard. I was like, really?
Such a random thing. It's so random. You know what I mean? Like, what? Burt Reynolds, like, that's the weirdest.
He sounds like a great guy to have a smoke with. No, honestly, we've all in life encountered one of those people, haven't we?
Just full of stories.
I'm a storyteller, and my stories must be told.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, funny guy, I guess, in ways, but at the same time,
Walter Mitty,
who I just can't get past the hurting people part with his stories, and dragging people like Edmund Lamb. I mean, I know he's dead and gone, and Edmund Lamb literally has no relatives. They're all like, there is nobody left in that family. But that doesn't mean that he's, that he should be a victim of slander. Exactly. Like, he shouldn't, just because he's dead and gone, and you know what I mean. That's just awful. Don't do that. Don't do that to people. This guy lived an honest life, and he was a good part of the community. Why you got to be telling stories? Bullshit.
Sometimes it sells, man. That's
drama sells, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Shall we get back to the very? Is this your last one, number 5?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Here we go.
Where is Edmund?
This encounter emphasized.
I think I hear something just before that. That's why I played it back.
Where is Edmund? Where is Edmund?
See,
This encounter
right there.
That you're hearing? Well, but
Did you
see,
hear that?
This
well,
encounter
but my
emphasized
footage is looping there. So
I
whatever
know.
you're hearing,
I know it's looping.
yeah, there could
That's
be
so-
something there.
There's something else there.
I know what you mean. I don't know that I didn't hear it before you pointed it out, but yeah, there's something there, but I don't know that it's, to me, when it's questionable like that, I'm like, I don't know, I can't. But when it's distinguished, yeah, it's looping, so it's
there's something there. I mean, I reckon if you took out because you obviously got a sound mixer.
Yeah.
So you know how to take out certain things and enhance certain things. There's something there.
Yeah, I mean, it could be an artifact from the
looping process.
Well, from the noise reduction that I did there, I did something there that was kind of probably stupid. I wouldn't do it this way now, but I doubled it, and when I did that, it did something weird, and it made this extra kind of airiness. And then, and in that, you could probably be hearing artifacts and sounds that you're interpreting as voices, you know.
Chilster, it wasn't a knock. It was in the EVP. There sounded like there was something else there, but
and there very well could be.
Who knows?
Yeah, I'm.
And Jamie's a busy Jimmie. Come on, man, get it together. See, I've been calling you Jamie for so long now.
Right. Yeah.
And you ain't never pulled me up.
Well, I mean, I think it's come up before, but it's
Really?
like but man, if I'm Jamie to you, then that's just how it's gonna be. Like,
No,
it's
gonna be Jimmie. It's gonna be Jimmie. I'll make it Jimmie. God damn it! All right, let's get on to the last one. Thank you. There you go. Somebody else found it funny. It's me.
Found connections forged between the living and the departed. Can you hear me? Our final chilling encounter took place in the kitchen of the Lamb House. As Mr. Burris and Luke Millette continued to ask their questions during our Estes Method session, an audible voice in the kitchen said aloud, "Can you hear me?" Mr. Millette heard this voice with his own ears, a poignant plea for recognition and connection. As we conclude this spine-tingling journey, we invite you to watch the full 1-hour documentary, The Ghosts of Carmel, Maine, Truth, Lies, and Everything in Between, a 3-part series,
a 4-part
available
series
on our channel.
It turned out 4 parts.
Subscribe to us for more paranormal investigations,
and
unearthly encounters, and exclusive updates.
Videos.
Join our community on Facebook for an in-depth discussion.
Let you plug the Facebook
Stay
as well.
up to date with our latest findings.
Links are in the description box.
Until next time, remember, the Lamb House holds secrets that continue to intrigue and haunt. The unknown is always closer than you think.
That's how I would have dropped it.
Same here.
Oh God.
Also, guys,
I would have done that differently. Go. I'm sorry.
The links to Jimmie's channel. No, that's fine, man. The links to Jimmie's channel is in the description box in this show.
Down below.
I think I need a joint, man.
Now, this is interesting stuff because you don't really hear sort of your side of this paranormal activity, alleged paranormal activity going on in this house, becoming like a skeptic and a believer at the same time. I think it's quite unique. You don't really find that, you know, because you like I said, like before, with these communities, it's very pretty much in the believer camp, isn't it? Everything must, I hear a little creak or something like that, must be paranormal.
Right.
But with you add a realistic conclusion to everything and still having the belief that something is odd as well, which I find you don't really find people with your way of thinking in a community, is what I'm trying to say. It's quite unique, I have to admit. And I appreciate that when someone provides sources, materials, like I said, Occam's razor. This is the simplest explanation normally will be the answer to the subject, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate I'll take it as a compliment, because I believe at one point, you know, debunking was really kind of part of it, right? Like the original ghost hunters with Jason Hawes and all that, like, you know, they were debunking. That's what they were doing. They were plumbers, and they had learned. Yeah,
taps, isn't it? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I loved taps back in the day.
Yeah, and that was kind of the thing, right? Like it was that's what made you a good investigator, you know. And I think that's, especially on the YouTube side of things, that's kind of gone away. And I think if you're really investigating, I mean, if you're going to a place believing it's haunted, you're going to find evidence that's going to compel you to believe it even further, right? Like you're going to. But if you look at it as this is just a place and people are experiencing something, like, well, let's figure that out. What is it that they're experiencing? Let's figure it out together. And it may be paranormal. It may not be. The last conclusion should be paranormal, you know, and not the first, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to bring up some of my ghost photographs and couple of EVPs I've done over the years to get your perspective on. I mean, these are very, very strange photographs and EVPs. But Idun, is there anything else you want to bring up, Wise, in terms of material for us to look at?
Well, I don't know how to put it. I do have something, but if you got your ghost stuff, then yeah, but I do have something very interesting. It's very recent, and it's 3 pilots having a chatter to air traffic control about, guess what? 3 objects in the sky.
Are they balls of light?
No, they're actually metallic stuff. They don't know what it is. They're saying it ain't no drones and it ain't no balloon.
All right. Okay. Well, I tell you what.
Stay tuned for that, man. Stay tuned for that.
I tell you what.
You'll see it tomorrow on Third Phase, but you'll see it here first.
Oh, the thing is, like I said,
you remember? Oh, sorry.
It's like I said, even with ufology and even the paranormal community as well, is the fact that entertainment is a big part of, and even now when I look back at it, I was a massive have you heard of Most Haunted?
Oh, sure.
Jimmie.
Yeah.
Because of them, probably even their predecessors as well, they started to add fakery. Like every single location, they come up with a ghost or EVP or something,
right?
Something strange. And I know for a fact, I've been on so many haunted locations, you're never going to get the solid proof straight away. This is it. You got to keep going. So there's 1 or 2 photographs I'm going to show you in a minute. But what I want to do is bring up my EVP that I've caught. This is strange. Like this is I've put the audio up a little bit higher so you can hear. So Hidden, if you can bring it up, mate, that'd be much appreciated.
Jimmie's thinking more EVPs.
I love them.
So this was taken 2009. Now, where I used to work in an old music college, is where I actually studied music.
Oh, cool.
And eventually I was employed there, and I kept on hearing rumors that the place was haunted. And my God, it was like crazy stuff going on. So this was all taken in this place. Now there's like 5 EVPs here.
Okay.
2 of them sounds pretty realistic. Like you can clearly hear it's saying something. Okay. So let's do this. So this one, can you guys hear it? I'll turn it up a bit more. And there were rumors that there were children haunted the place. So this is the first one. Sounds like a kid, but can you guys hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah. This is the first one. Listen.
Oh, I can hear that.
It sounds like myself. Kill. Can't say the word.
Okay. Okay.
This was the time where we did a seance. We actually had a ghost hunters come in. We actually did a Ouija board, and this is us doing an EVP session. And we asked it a question. It's just a little snippet. I've clips I've been taking. Sorry, I'm stoned. Sorry. Hear that?
Yeah,
right,
I do.
Do you want to see?
Right, so this is my mum, and she's going to say, do you want to see me again here? And listen directly afterwards. Listen.
Do you want to see me again here? Do you want to see me again here? Here?
I think it says get out of the room.
Okay, so let me ask you something real quick.
Sounds like it's saying something proper.
Do you remember this day? Were you with her?
Nope, she was in. So basically, let me just describe the layout. So where the music college where we were at, because I was employed there, I had to shut the whole place. So I said to my mum, right, come with me. We'll do a quick EVP session here. You walk around, and we had 6 individual rehearsal rooms. Now, these rehearsal rooms were obviously you had a drum kit, you had an amp, nothing was plugged in, but it was all soundproof.
Okay.
I kept on hearing rumors that room 4 was haunted, and that's where my mum was at. And I was there 100%. Just said that word, basically.
Okay. Now, you said she was walking around, so I'm going to assume that she had a recorder. She was walking around with it in her hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she in that time we were both literally sat down in that room together. We were there for about, if I remember right, about 20 minutes.
So you were with her when during that.
And I tell you now, I did not hear anything because every time we do an EVP, we ask the question and we stay silent.
Now, was that your recorder or hers?
That was my mum's recorder. So this is, I think it was taken on the early Samsung phone recorders, the flip phones. This is 2009 here, so you can hear the graininess of the recording.
Sure. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, all right. The other 2, I'm totally on board with. There's like a child thing there at the beginning. Now, I have questions about that. We'll get to that one later. So the first 2, I find those really interesting. This one, I'm going to have to say I think could be friction. Because I don't hear any voices. I don't hear voices, but I hear like a scuffing sound. So that's, and again, man, I'm going to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to poo-poo on anything.
Mate,
I definitely think you got some really cool stuff, but that one, I'm like, I think we have a logical explanation for that.
Yeah. Trust me, man. Honestly, I never get offended when people say, look, this is just like, because I understand that point of view. Like, I would never get offended by that. Let's do it a couple of times.
Again here. Yeah.
Interesting. Right, next one. Well, I think it's saying I'm staying here.
It sounds to me, I hear sexual sounds. She's like enjoying herself. She said,
So that is
I do
my.
hear something after though. That's interesting. What do you hear?
I'm
staying.
I'm staying here.
Okay.
Is the thing is with EVPs, like you mentioned, Jimmy, is
Yeah.
that the fact that you're never going to get that clear cut sound.
But
of
what's
what it could
interesting to me
actually be.
about it too is that I hear the room. I hear that you can hear it bouncing off the walls. What's the?
Yeah.
You say this is I imagine it's kind of a big room, right?
Yeah, this was taken in the actual lobby area. So, in
Okay.
all honesty, look, to be honest, I was sort of closing up the rehearsal rooms. So it could be background noises. It could be like a woman having sex. So I don't think have an orgasm. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that. What I'm getting at is that it goes along with what I was saying earlier. That just because we don't hear the voice doesn't mean that the room doesn't respond to it. You know what I mean? Like it's at a frequency that we can't hear, so it's bouncing off the walls, which tells me that there is something making sound in that room. It's totally different than the one before it, where it was that kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So that's the EVPs I've got. So if you want to go check that out and if you want to use it for material, guys, if you go to Investigate with Nick, my Rumble channel, I've literally just uploaded it, EVP 2009. Listen to your heart's content.
Yeah, I love it.
But what I want to do now is get to.
Oh, can I? I'm sorry. I don't
No,
wanna,
that's cool.
Because I said I wanted to talk about the first two.
Sure.
There was that child sound and then the I'm myself. Were those in like two different places, or is that one long EVP there?
No, that's basically two short clips I've taken. So
Okay.
these were two separate EVPs I've just taken snippets of.
The
So you
first
can
one I hear it saying something like "Mama's kiss" or "Mama kiss" or "Mama something."
Should I bring it back up again?
Yeah.
Let's bring it back up again. Hidden. Mule cock. Right, okay, let's listen to the first one.
Mama something. I can't make out the second word. Mama something. It's interesting. I don't know if mama is a word that would be used, but
Well, the thing is, when we did the Ouija board, Jimmy, what response we got is that we asked it for a specific date, and it went back to 1650 something. That's how far, literally on the Ouija board. This is with Ghost Hunters as well. I do have it on DVD somewhere, but is up in storage somewhere. But I remember it said 16 something. Now their dialect in England was completely different back in the day. So you're quite right. They might have said it back in the past. It's kind of odd, really. But
yeah, I don't know. I feel like mama's more of an American thing.
Mm.
But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's just interesting, regardless.
Yeah. I think what would have helped if I've had the recording of me asking the question and then having a response. I think that would have helped this case a bit better, really. But this one, I think it says kill myself, basically. What do you reckon, Jimmy, on that one?
I hear that. I hear herself. Like more like. I hear it being like. It's hard to say the word without saying the word.
Yeah, I know, right?
but say it's K-I blank blank E-D.
Yeah. Right.
Herself.
Okay.
That's what I'm hearing. There's a hard sound before, you know what I mean? It really does. I hear that D, that D.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I can never get a proper explanation, and you can't really with these EVPs. It's just whatever sounds the most clearest, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Can't you still tidy them up to some extent?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got the original recordings on CD somewhere. Like I said, it's 2009. It's a long time ago. So but I've got a load of recordings. But the thing is, back in the day when you're using your phone, 2009 phone cameras, even like the voice recorder, you still get the hissing sound, which does not help EVP in a sense, really, because it's really that primal noise you can hear, which you kind of don't really want. I mean, now it'd be completely different.
Right.
So what I want to do now, Hidden, I don't think I've showed Jimmie this. I want to bring up some photographs, if you don't mind, what I've taken back in the day.
Who's Jimmie?
Yeah.
Dear. Right. Okay. So this was taken all by me. I've got 2 photographs here that I'm gonna show. 2 seconds. I've got to shut that door quickly. Sorry, my cat likes to open doors for some reason. Right. So the first one, what I want to do, pay attention to this area here. So this here is my mum. We're in Cardiff. We're actually going to see Def Leppard in Cardiff. And this pillar right here, when you pay attention to, okay, so you see nothing there, first of all. Right. Next photograph here. Now, what I'm seeing here, I know it gets a bit pareidolia, right? But it kind of looks like one of those people that in Tudor times, with that sort of bowl cut or something like that. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm seeing an Egyptian god.
So if I do it side by side,
it's like Ra, the sun god.
You can see there was literally no one else in this church. All right, my mum was like behind me. So you're really looking here. So here's the apparition, and you can clearly see here, nothing here.
Right.
But then this appeared.
Tell me that don't look like Ra.
I don't know. I'm not saying it's an apparition. It's just something.
It looks like... I see a guy that looks like he has on like I don't want to say a beret, but that style of hat facing forward. It's not a beret, but it's like it's a very popular cap in way back times. I can't think of what it's called, but then it looks like he has like almost like a trench coat on. It's kind of what I see there. And he looks like he's kind of looking down a bit. When we're looking at it this closely, you're starting to,
pareidolia here, isn't it?
You're veering off. But when you back up a bit, I still kind of see that overcoat kind of look to it. And it looks, it does, if I were to guess, because you have a guy in the picture or there's somebody in the first picture.
Yeah, this is it's a tricky one. This is 2007. It was taken with a decent camera.
You have a guy in that first picture, and I would imagine that seems to be like if a person were walking down there, that's about the level of their waist, and up is what you were saying. This person here that's in that shot, where did they go? Do you remember where they?
Oh no, she went behind me.
Okay, and there was nobody else in there aside from the two of you.
There's no one else. No, no.
That's
all right. Okay. Right. So here's a side-by-side comparison. So nothing there, and that person.
I see. Oh, I see that. What I see is in both photos there. There's like a weird, like
Michael Myers' face.
Yeah, you see it there. Like if you take your cursor and kind of pull it down in between those two on the bottom there. Yeah, right up. You see those two pillars in between those two pillars, right there, right above where your cursor is, just above it.
Yeah,
there's like a little Michael Myers. And that's in the next picture too. That's in the picture above it.
Yeah,
you caught freaking Michael Myers, man.
I didn't say that, brother. Jesus Christ!
But I don't know what that is. It's in both pictures, so it could be anything really.
Yeah. All right, moving on. This one here, this is the original photograph, just to show you a comparison, because I'm going to show you the next one that is I lit up. Okay. So this was taken in a cemetery, and we want to focus right here. Let me just describe it. So basically what we have in here is a staircase leading up to the cemetery right here. You can see the graves here, but you want to pay attention to this,
right?
This figure right here. Okay. So this is the original, taken with no flash. Boom. So this is the staircase. Here's the railing. Now look at that.
That's good, man, isn't it? I like that.
Okay, let me just back up a little bit just to show comparison. So this is the original, and here's the later version.
Right, the original was super dark.
Yeah.
Well, you can still make it out in the original. You can still see it in the original. Go back to the original.
So here's the original. You can see it right
See there.
Okay.
See there.
Okay.
Now pull it out a little bit. So let's debunk reflection.
Right. There's definitely light hitting it.
See what I mean?
But
this is why this is my favorite.
Yeah, there's definitely light hitting it.
But when you zoom in, now here comes the pareidolia. There's almost like a face there.
You see the eyes.
That looks like a Jawa from Star Wars.
But one can say, I've heard rumors. I'm not saying who it is in chat. You know who you are. It looks like a baby holding the arm again, and this is the arm holding the baby.
Right.
It looks like it looks like a
I see it now. I see it now that you say it.
The thing is, this looks like a monk, like a hooded figure
with a big ass
back in the day, with a big ass nose.
Looks like he's got a crook nose though.
2 Michelin men. So, Jimmie, please help me on this one.
There's nothing there's no obstacle there. There's nothing that would have created this. Like you're telling me that another picture would reveal that there's nothing between the, what is that? You said that's railing there because there's a staircase here.
Yeah, that's it. Staircase leading up to the cemetery. Yeah.
And so that would be like right in the way if you were walking up the staircase, right? Whatever that is, it'd be right in the way. So there's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could see a place, another photo of what it looks like during the day.
But
that is really neat. I mean, yeah, I don't know what that is.
I like
it. Really cool.
Yeah, it's always been a.
I always like this picture.
How far away is this from where you are now?
Where I live?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too far away. I'm not going to give a location because there's been a lot of RAPE in this place.
Okay.
This is why I don't give a location because it's not safe. But this was back in 2007. I took this photograph.
Okay, well that's quite a while back. That's almost 20 years ago. I mean, go back. Does it look the same? I mean, have you been there recently? Have you been there since?
Yeah, there's some shrubbery that's pretty much grown in this area here.
Okay.
I tell you what I can do. I've got my hard drive right here hidden. If you want to ask any questions, and I could just quickly check because I do have a comparison of me being in this location without any. Well, it's in daytime, so. But yeah, I struggle to really find what this could be, and I swear to God, there was no one walking up the stairs. Because it would have been blurred, and especially with this camera, any movement. I mean, because it was taken with no flash, it will definitely give that sort of motion blur with it. In fact, you could kind of tell if you go back to the original, if you look at the light here,
right?
But if you look at the apparition itself, it's quite stable. This is it. This was a tricky one.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. I still like it anyways.
Yeah, I think it's cool. It'll definitely, if I can see what it looks like during the day, that will definitely help me kind of determine.
I was so
maybe not necessarily. I wouldn't be able to make it out, but if there's nothing there, then that's really incredible. I guess from when I look at it here, it's like I see the back of a woman. Like I see long hair there, kind of pulled back, and there's kind of like she has like a sort of a pinkish looking shirt on, and I don't know. It's interesting. But that's what pareidolia does, right? Pareidolia does things like that. So
it certainly is, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. If we could definitely see what it looks like during the day, that would be awesome.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I can have a little quick look just to see. Sorry, I hid into you, mate. I'm just trying to find a photograph. I've got my hard drive here. Ah,
Yeah.
perfect. Right.
You hand me the reins and I'm stoned. So how you doing?
I'm
doing?
Great, brother. I'm great.
What are you smoking?
I believe it's called marijuana. That's what they.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. It does a good job. Just been chilling, man. I went and bought a new amplifier today. That's what I was a little late getting to the house. But yeah, man, that's awesome because I'm working on the next thing beyond the documentary.
What's that?
It's an animated thing, an animated series where I kind of do what it is I'm about. What I'm here preaching about is the idea of education and critical thinking, and but doing it in a fun way. You know, there's debunking elements to it, and yeah, I've been writing music and writing scripts and doing voice acting and doing a lot of stuff like that to kind of bring this thing to life, which I'm excited to bring it out. You know, it's really kind of my baby at the moment.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit stoned, mate.
Oh, don't worry. I found the photographs, mate. Look at that.
Thank you.
Nick to the rescue, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, I always know with you hidden, it comes after like an hour in, you're a bit toasted, as one would say. Right, brother, let's do this.
I'm sorry. I started too early, man.
It's all good, brother. Don't worry, man. Right, check this out. Bring this up. This is some clear-cut photographs for you to show. So, this is my mum. And here is a staircase. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
This is a different angle, right?
So
or
this
is it the same angle?
So it's the same location. Obviously, but this is just a closer up shot to the staircase. So I'm replicating the ghost photograph. So let's go. So this is the entrance to. So the apparition would have been here. All right.
Okay.
And here is me.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Here is me replicating. I've also got a joint in my mouth.
Okay.
So, but this was taken with flash. This is the night settings on my camera, and here is me. All right, in comparison. Obviously, that's the entrance there. But yeah, this is nobody there. Obviously, that's my mum right here taking photographs. So yeah, that's basically a clear shot of the staircase. Now I can go back to the original photograph.
I bought the picture the moment I saw it, Nick.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting because I mean, there's tree branches over there, but not there necessarily. And tree branches don't really look like that. That's pretty interesting. I see. Okay, that line there is the guard railing there.
Yeah, that's the rail going down.
Whatever this is going down those stairs. That's pretty interesting, man. And I think I can see what I was looking at to the right of this figure. If you look to the right, there's some straight lines there. That's where the tree branches or those whatever the small trees. That's what those are.
There. Yeah.
So,
okay.
But to the left of it, though, is where you're seeing this figure, and that's interesting. It does look like it's going down the stairs on the other side because that guardrail is there.
That's right. Yeah. So this is probably one of the most, I would say, unexplained ghost picture photographs I've taken. This is what I've taken myself, guys. So you know I'm not bullshitting here.
Right.
This is before AI. I can even bring up the properties for this, so you can see when it was actually taken.
Yeah.
In fact, I can do that right now.
We believe you. We believe you, Nick.
Well, you best believe me, mate, because this was taken the 9th of September 2007.
Okay.
I've always liked this picture from day
Yeah.
one when you showed me it.
Yeah,
So
it's cool.
I can send it to you, mate. That's absolutely fine. But yeah,
I have asked you and you never have.
yeah.
Say
Sorry,
again.
I forget.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. So there we go. There we go, guys. An unexplained picture of a ghost I've
Yeah,
taken myself.
That one's really good. Very good. Especially,
Pretty neat.
definitely, it's good that you had the state of mind to take more pictures and try to debunk it.
Yeah.
You know, right away. Like that's, yeah. Props to you
Well,
for that as well.
Because I've got my I've got my hard drive here, and I went to this place a few hundred times because it was where my parents lived. It was only down the road, so me and my mum were like, "Right, let's smoke weed, let's get high, let's go ghost hunting." And yeah, because we want to go back again. Obviously, it's been so long. I think the place is. Bob, don't start, mate. Don't start. I think the place has got a bit more secure over time, but
yeah,
from back in the day, it wasn't a great place to go to, you know.
Yeah.
So, but it might change. But no, I would love to go back there and do more investigation.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Justine. Yeah, I do my best, but you know, I always go back and I try to replicate. Okay, what? Is it a bush? Is it a gravestone? I can actually see. That's given a perspective of. I mean, here's a photograph, right?
Hopefully.
Right, I'm going to show you a photograph right here that I'd taken.
Bob Lazar saying it's a rocket balloon. You just can't get off of it.
Bob, don't start, mate. Don't start. So, where's the photograph right here? Right, hidden. Bring this up. I'm going to bring it up now. And this was a photograph that I'd taken in a place called Arnisfell Cemetery. Thousands of graves. What's really a shame is that the fact that they've let everything overgrown and everything's just crap, like in brambles and trees and all that. But what I want to do, pay attention to this side here. First things first, Jimmie, is this was taken with a digital camera around about it's a 2007 camera, so it's not up to date sort of camera. It was also slightly raining purely because you can see that right here. If you've taken pictures when it's raining, you will get an orb like, but it will shoot upwards. All right. The background here, the background here is very blurred out. But if I pay attention to this right here, okay. It looks like an apparition, doesn't it?
Oh,
sure. Yeah.
It actually goes over the grave. Now, I went back there last month and I went to the exact same location. I don't think I have the photograph with me at the moment. No, I don't think I do. Kind of a shame, really. But basically, I found out.
That's very good.
It's very good. But the thing is, you've got a gravestone behind this coffin. And I'm going, right, maybe.
It's a watermark.
Because the background's distorted, maybe it's given the illusion.
Right.
But that looks like it's really in front of the tomb.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? It would stop kind of at the back there. You guys can't see where I'm pointing at, but can you get what I'm trying to say? But it's like it's bleeding into.
Well, yeah, it's out of focus. So
I would have, yeah, but even if it's out of focus, you still wouldn't get that defined bleed. That's more like if something's on the lens,
right?
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Could be something on the lens. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look. It looks good. I like it. See, I'm sorry. See, I'm different. I'm different. I know you and Nick are the same.
Well, I don't think so. I think you're looking at. You're looking at other possibilities, man. That's
no. I'm
good.
I'm seeing that. Why can't this be a ghost?
It could be. I mean, I think it's. I do see that there's other gravestones. They look like crosses. If you're asking me, it kind of looks like crosses, which is dope. Like, it's the coolest cemetery I've ever seen in my life. Those are those almost look like they're graves above ground. There, like really cool, like tombs.
No, we've got it's called Arlesfell Cemetery. Is honestly thousands of graves there. That's been there since like the 18th, 17th century, and you've got all these massive like structures. It's quite impressive, I have to admit. Unfortunately, I don't have the photograph of me where I was there last month, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think I have it. But yeah, nevertheless, it's a strange one, I have to admit. But I think now, when I went back there, I was in the same location. Obviously, the shrubbery's got a lot bigger because it's been nearly 20 years.
Right.
But I started to notice that, yes, you can see the cross there. That was covered with ivy, but you had a grave plaque behind this gravestone.
That could be shadowing. But is that bleeding?
No, I don't think so, mate.
I think it's just the way the light's hitting it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that could be a possibility, and I'm seeing what I want to see.
I think so, mate. Yeah.
But at least you have a peace of mind to know that. That's good.
This is it.
Like you.
No matter how stoned you may be, you still are like, yeah, man, critical thinking here. That it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much, man.
Sad to say, on a
totally
slow day, I'm going to be saying this, sad to say, on a slow day in the office, I'd happily put that out on X.
No, totally, man, totally. So, yeah.
But I do like the other one. So whenever you want to, I'll talk another time about it with you, because I would like to put it out there, man, because I do think it's very interesting.
No, that's cool.
No, I'm not going to say very interesting. That's downplaying that, man. I think it's genuine. I think you actually have caught something that's genuine. And the fact that you have the originals as well. You can back it up, and that little bit that you showed Jimmie, and see, I got it right. That little bit that you showed Jimmie, though, adds more credence to it.
Totally.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well done. And sorry for saying it's interesting.
How dare you?
How dare you?
No, I just thought when the word came out of my mouth, my mind said, "You just screamed at me. Why are you downplaying this? That's actually something really genuine that you can back it up."
Yeah, it's definitely something to be excited about, I feel like. And some of those EVPs too, it's like, wow, those are really cool,
Yeah.
Awesome. You should put more of this stuff out there, do your own channel or whatever, and put some of it out there if you can. I know you said you had old DVDs and stuff, like digitize that and put it out there if
Yeah,
I know it's time consuming, but like shit, like you got some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, cheers, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, it's in due course. I'll think about it, but yeah. It's I miss doing ghost hunting. I really do. It's finding a place and a location where it's quiet.
Right.
Yeah. But now technology is moved on so much in terms of like photos and especially voice recorders. And now, did you say there's a spirit box?
Oh yeah. Well, it's just a radio, the thing that goes through the radio. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Which, I when it comes to gadgets and stuff, like for me, I think I'm looking for audio or visual. So recorder and something to record video with is really, in my opinion, all you need. But so I have a spirit box, and we used it at Carmel Maine thing, and I had something interesting happen that kind of, it's like, wow, that's weird, but I also look at it, it's like it's a radio. So like when you're gonna hear voices, you're gonna hear radio. You're going to, period. And
well, isn't it more when they say more than one word?
Well, yeah, but again, it also goes back to the audio pareidolia thing. If you're expecting to hear things, then you're probably going to hear them. And also, like, you can, just because you're at like milliseconds on a radio station, you can still hear full words come through. Like you can. And I proved that. I proved that again in the documentary that you can. And like, yeah, I mean, I heard it. So let me give a little bit of a backstory on this. We're in Kent's house and he's talking to the spirits. We got the spirit box going, and he starts talking to a character named Bob, and he says something like, "Bob, you were murdered. Do you remember this? Or, you were killed. You remember this?" Something like that. And I heard this. I heard through the radio, the spirit box. I heard it say he used a gun. That's what I heard. He used a gun. Now I didn't know whatever the story was he was talking about. And when I said that, Kent was like, "That's right. He used a gun. You were shot 3 times." And he makes mention like, "You didn't know that." And I had no idea. I had no idea the story. But in the moment, you can say whatever. Right? You can say whatever and try to lead people along to your stories or whatever. And so I looked up. I was like, well, was there somebody named Bob that lived, in this area or whatever, that was shot 3 times and killed? And it happened. He was Robert, like McKeely or McKeary or something like that. And he was working at a gas station overnight. And the last person to see him alive was this police officer that was a regular of his. This happened back in the 70s, I think. And he was also a school teacher. And somebody came in and robbed the place and shot him 3 times and killed him. And this happened in Newport, Maine, which is really not that far away from from Carmel or Bangor. And I was like, well, now that's really interesting. But I think most of the time when it comes to the spirit box, you're hearing, you can hear what you want to hear. Or when you're doing the Estes method, that's the whole point of this Estes method, right? Where they put the spirit box to headphones and then they have the headphones on and they're hearing the words, but not able to hear the questions. So they can just, they say what words they hear, and the person asking questions, this person may, a lot of times it's nonsense. A lot of times, the Estes method doesn't really amount to anything. It's really just 2 separate events happening that it doesn't matter what your questions are. You're just hearing what you want to hear no matter what, like people also take those things and jumble it. Like, he just said cheese. It's like, oh, we've got cheese in the refrigerator. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's ways to kind of steer it. And again, it's for entertainment. The spirit box is fun, but I'm not convinced. However, I feel like I've had some interesting things happen with it, so I don't necessarily rule it out. But I mean, it's got to be pretty profound, whatever comes through there, to make me go, that was crazy.
I see. Yeah, because I was looking to probably purchase one, but you find a lot of like grifters and
totally
people that just want to sell products and all that.
Yeah.
I tell you what. I found a photograph. Look at that. I've been finding it all over the place.
Oh, super cool.
So what we have here, guys, going back to that photograph. So to the left. Oh, hold on. Hang on. So to the left here is the apparition. Now, if we go to this area here, this was taken a couple of months ago. So just to picture the 2 graves here. Right here, they are there.
Yeah,
this is what I'm talking about, right there.
Yeah, I think you debunked it, man. I think you debunked it.
Because if you have a look at the headstone, okay. Now look at it goes up like that.
Yeah,
motion. So I'm sorry, Hidden, all those believers out there, but it goes, but that's the cross completely covered in vegetation.
Yeah.
So I think what I've done, Hidden, is actually debunked my ghost photograph.
Carry on, Mick West. Carry on.
But the thing is, a true ghost believer won't produce anything like this. They won't go back, and it will even if they went and debunked it, they still won't believe it. It's like, oh no, it's a ghost, because they're meant to think that way, because it's just But for me, I have to have a realistic conclusion, perspective, so to speak.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think there's something else. Zoom back in on the recent picture, please. Now, does anybody see that face? Am I the only one seeing that face?
All right, third phase. Where's this face then?
Can't you see? Can't you see it?
No. What there?
Zoom. No. Right on the tombstone in the green. Look at it. You're even zooming in. Can't you see the face? The eyes, the nose, the mouth, the beard, the long. It's Jesus Christ, man.
In the vines.
That's
It
a
is.
face. Look, there's the eyes. That's a nose. That's a mouth. That's a face.
Way. No way.
We've got a ghost here, guys. That's it.
Well, I'm not walking away empty-handed.
But look, if you go back and just have a look, you can clearly see.
Yeah,
it's the grave. So sorry, Hidden.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Like, good for you. Like,
I mean, I'll tell you what though, I still would have used it. Like I said, on a slow day in the office. Because I would have gone with a water droplet or water smear.
Yeah. But it shows you how big this shrub has got in like 20 years.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. It was a beautiful cemetery. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I'd love to visit someplace like that.
So Arnis cemetery. We've got some.
Cree says she needs to smoke some weed to see the face because she doesn't see anything but plants.
Hidden, bring this up. This is Arnisfell Cemetery. And this is definitely haunted location. So it's full of like these old style graves.
Uh-huh.
Well, that looks cool.
This is beautiful.
Yeah. Like old places like this.
Would that be classed as a mausoleum?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah. And it's filled with old Victorian graves. It's kind of been neglected to a certain degree. But yeah, I've actually been inside there, the crematorium, back years ago. But yeah, look, it's got these beautiful like statues everywhere.
That's so like just such a different time encapsulated. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I quite like going into these cemeteries. It's kind of a bit odd thing to say, but it's got this feeling to it. Yeah, it's something.
We don't have grave like cemeteries like that here necessarily. I mean, we have maybe in the south towards like New Orleans and stuff like that. You have some really cool things, or like on the East Coast, but nothing that dates back as far as some of this, the stuff that you guys have, because we're still a new country, if you really can think about that.
Yeah,
when you have stuff dating back 700 years, 800 years, and like it's crazy. It's crazy. Further than that, even.
Doesn't really get talked about, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Because you always hear like 1776 and Christopher Columbus and but before that, what was happening before that,
Yeah, nothing here, but over there where you're at, there's all kinds of cool cemeteries. That's what I'm talking about. It's just like you have stuff dating back that far. It's crazy, and so I could see getting lost in a place like that and just like reading names of people who have been lost and gone for centuries. You know what I mean? Like that's that. I can see the appeal in walking through a graveyard like that. I envy it very much.
Yeah, me and Mrs. we quite like a bit old. Well, my Mrs. is a goth, so we like anything that's scary. Like Halloween's our favorite time of year, so it's like a perfect time of year just to sort of go through. It's all like foggy, and it's got that almost like Silent Hill feeling to it. Right. Oh, I love it. And there's always a cat in that cemetery. When we went there, this cat was following us everywhere. I could have took it home with me. It was so cute, honestly, but I don't want to do that. But yeah, quite lucky, really.
Was it familiar? A cat?
No, not really, mate. No, he was just wanted some dreamies or something like that. Just wanted some attention.
Someone's familiar. You know what a familiar is?
Oh, no, sure. What's that?
Jimmie.
Yeah. A familiar is like how they say like a wizard has an owl or a witch has a cat. Like they're familiar as that animal. Now, what that means beyond that much, I don't really know, but I know that they're meant to be some sort of guide or something like that. You know how they
or dreamies.
Or dreamies. Dreamies are cat treats, don't worry. Called dreamies.
But yeah, that's an interesting look. Go ahead.
Jimmie, I just going to sort of ask you another question in terms of like ghost photographs, orbs. What's your opinion on orbs?
Yeah, I'm definitely not sold on orbs. I think there's dust in the room,
pollution, everything.
Right, there's all kinds of things that could create an orb, but there are people that I leave credibility to that have told me that they've seen orbs like in the house, like with their eyes. And now that's something that I haven't experienced, but I believe the people who are telling me that they saw this, I believe they're telling me the truth. So until I encounter that for myself, I have to remain like I don't know that it's anything, when it's on film. But I'm just waiting for that undeniable evidence that tells me, like, oh, okay, like I saw that with my eyes. I don't know what that was. That's crazy. And then, ball lightning. We're not talking like somebody just had ball lightning in their house. Like I don't know if that's something that happens ever, but it wasn't like that. The way they explained it was, it looked like what you see, in some of these photos or videos. It looked like that, but it was in the room. I think, now that's interesting.
I've seen a couple of orbs with my own eyes, and the way I would describe it, Jimmie, is that this was like big golden ball of light. Okay. But when it moved, I saw it for about 2 seconds, but it gave off a tail and eventually just disappeared. It only happened that twice. I've seen that twice. That's happened. Very odd, strange. I have to admit. People say, did you take a photograph of it? It was like it literally just appeared in front of my peripheral vision. It was like, God, that's a bit odd. I've never seen that before. But there was always golden in color and bright as well. Yeah, I don't know if any accounts of that at all from other
I've
people?
never seen it, but yes. What I remember, they said that it was more of a bluish color, and it floated through the house. Like it wasn't just like here for a second and then gone. It floated through the house and like went into a different room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right. And it's like, man, I really wish I could see that, And again, the person that told me this is not I trust this person. So I really want to see that, I'd love to see that. And I think, something that occupies my mind a lot is the idea that we tend to think of spirits always in human form, right? Like a ghost that's just like an invisible person walking around your house. And I don't know that makes any sense to me. I think it's probable more so that it's some sort of energy, like what you're talking about, this ball, Maybe that is actually the spirit itself. What that is beyond that, I don't know, but maybe that's what that is. And when you're seeing a spirit, a person, or whatever, an apparition, that you're really seeing the projection of this being. That it's projecting what it remembers itself as to you, or whatever it wants you to see. However, so yeah, I mean, I guess to answer your question, it's kind of convoluted, isn't it? Because it's like when I see things on film, and I have something that, like, I've seen some things on film that it's like, oh, that behaves strangely, So I rarely find them interesting, but most of the time it's like, that's either a bug, and I can usually easily identify when it's a bug or something like that, or a piece of dust, or something floating through the air. But every now and then it's like, that is kind of interesting,
Yeah, for sure. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because I tell you what, Hidden, bring up my photographs of my orbs. No problem, brother. Look, most likely what we're seeing here is pollution. Okay, I'm just going to go through just a few photographs I've got in my archives here.
Or as Mick West would say, birds.
But exactly, yes, or pixie dust or something like that. But so this is in the same cemetery where the apparition was caught on the stairs. Now, orbs have different shapes and sizes, but some of them, I'll say, with like light pollution, kind of look bluish and see-through. But some of them look quite bright and solid.
Right.
I'm not saying this is a spiritual entity, but you need to take in consideration here in this photograph, you do have the same structure orbs right here.
Right.
And here and here. You can see the outline of the ring itself. Could possibly be pollution. You can see, I think it's a bit of a thing is if it's a foggy night, it doesn't help at all. Here's another one as well. I remember at this time there was building works going across the river in Bristol, so the pollution of that doesn't help.
Yeah.
But you see these clusters of orbs. Oh, the ghost is about. There's a ghost near me. It's like, well, hold on a minute. Just like,
yeah,
you know, like this orb here looks quite solid, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah. It definitely. I mean, and there's defining things about it, right? Like that ring around the outer edge, you know, and then the darker middle of it and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where we tend to see like depth, right? And we're thinking like, oh, maybe that there's something there. But again, light refracting off of something can create that illusion.
Exactly. And you can only capture orbs only with a flash, which is
okay. That's interesting.
Goes to show, you know, like this one here, very see-through. You know, I think it's most likely pollution. Again, we have that big bright orb with the ring around, the sonic ring around it, you know.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Here's one that, in fact, that's the same orb. Look inside that, right?
Yeah.
You could say it looks like it's a fish, isn't it?
Sure.
Eyes and a mouth. If I go back, I just realized something. It looks like the same orb as that. Kind of, actually. Actually, no, it doesn't. Right, ignore that.
I see what you mean, though.
Much Star Dog.
There's similarities there, of course.
No,
but
there is.
The thing is with light reflecting off the lens, especially street lamps, can cause some backlighting as well, which don't help. Yeah. But you can see
what's it called? When the light like kind of shoots across. I can't remember what. There's a term for it. Lens flare. That's the word.
Yeah. What else we got here? I think we got. Yeah, there's another one. Hold on a minute. Let's have a look. Yeah, I find that's quite interesting. They're all in like sequence right here. That was taken on my potato camera. There's the orb again. Look, it's got a bloody face in it. That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it almost looks like a coin.
It does, isn't it? Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, I love it. And it's really interesting. And then the one that you were saying, like when it rains, it'll make it look like it's dropping, right?
Yeah.
Or shooting up rather.
Yeah.
And that's like, because if you'd show me that orb, it's like, oh, see, I didn't know that when you, I mean, obviously I know if it'll make it look like it's going down, kind of like this one does, but going up is like, oh, I didn't know that would happen. So you showed me something that's like, oh, that's cool. That's good to have in my arsenal of things to debunk. Because it's like, now that I know that, like if you see anything like that, because that one was more interesting to me until you said that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. These are cool. Don't get me wrong, but it was like that weird, super luminescent vibe to it. Whereas these are like, you know, I mean, they look like whenever you look into a microscope. You ever looked into a microscope and seen things up close like that? Like they had, or a water drop or whatever. Or if you wear glasses, you can kind of see them when the light hits it.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, this is one thing I've learned through ghost hunting is that you don't go outside ghost hunting in the rain because you will catch that effect.
Yeah.
But this day wasn't actually raining. There was no mist, nothing like that. But we still had this orb traveling, which is kind of odd.
Yeah.
I thought this orb has a face in it, but I can't really tell. Eyes, nose, mouth, hair, pareidolia at its greatest.
Right.
All right, skip that one. Yeah, that's the
that's the one,
rain.
yeah.
That's the raindrop. Yeah,
that's amazing that's a raindrop. I like really like you know, you taught me something about stuff like that, because I've never seen that. I've never seen that before. Like,
so yeah,
I'm sure I've seen something like that, but who knows if it was raining or not that day, you know.
This is it. So this is an indication, guys. Look, you can see this is not like full on raining. It's like very spitty, sort of misty rain. You can see one there and one there as well.
Right.
But that is a dead giveaway, brother. Trust me. That's a raindrop. Can actually do that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I think that's all I got on orbs. So it's hard to tell whether or not what we're seeing here is extraterrestrial or like pollution, air pollution, a mixture of things, man. It's a tricky one.
Sure. Yeah, but that's why, you know, I think the mystery is what compels us to keep at it, right? You know, we're looking for answers for ourselves. Or are we ever going to find like the compelling evidence to where you're just like, that's it, I'm convinced, you know? And even when you have that evidence, what are you going to do with it? For me, I search I don't know, I guess. I mean, I think we all, just like I was saying before, we all have people that we've lost and we want to know. I have religious beliefs, you know, so I mean, I believe in certain entities. But beyond that, I guess I'm looking for, I don't know, I guess when I was little, I remember my mom and my uncle telling me stories about ghosts that they had encountered. And I went to school and told people about it. And they were like, they laughed at me. And, you know, like that's not real, you know. And so what I actually heard was, your mother and uncle are liars, you know. And I knew that wasn't true. And so I think that kind of lit something in me to kind of, you know, because I know that, and they're not the kind of people that would make up stuff. You know, these are old, you know, blue collar farm type people that aren't going to make stuff up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just, you know, I think that undying mystery, man, it's fun, you know, and it's fun to go through these, but also with, it's, you know, don't rule anything out. You take your pictures and it's like, these are interesting. I see these orbs. By all means, do that. You know what I mean? But you can always come up with a explanations of what those orbs are. Always be looking for a logical explanation before you fool yourself into believing something that just isn't real. You know?
Yeah, or especially put it on the internet, expecting you know, everyone else to go, yeah, definitely caught something that really, definitely extraterrestrial or paranormal, especially something, you know. And it's like, hold on a minute, let me show you another photograph that I've taken, for instance, like the orb in the rain. This is most like what you're seeing, but again, it's down to the person to accept that their fate before they make themselves look like a fucking idiot on the internet. Sorry if I didn't, I swore, do apologize.
All right,
but yeah.
well, quite honestly, I was with Jamie on that, because you know, when you Jimmie,
we're gonna get through this.
We'll get through it.
We'll make it. I'm with Jimmie on that. With the raindrop, I haven't seen that before, and I thought that was interesting. First, when you said that's a raindrop, I wish you didn't. And I might forget it, to be honest.
All right, tell you what, brother. I'm going to bring up a photograph that I've got online, just to prove my point.
People want to be scared, not cozy up into bed. They want to believe in a boogeyman.
So you can go check this out, guys.
Did you like that voice, Jimmie?
That's a good one. You did good.
We all need a boogeyman.
I agree.
No, we do, mate. Right, tell you what, let's bring this up just
I
to show
love,
you.
I love the entertainment side of things.
Yeah, I do as well, mate.
So I'm sorry. I mean,
no, as long as it's like I don't mind it either. But make sure that if it's for entertainment that you label it as such. You know what I mean?
Well, my channel is labeled as an entertainment channel.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, is my missus, we're the polar opposites. So she really kept me in check. Because I go in and everything's a ghost, everything's paranormal, or everything's a UFO, yeah. And then my missus would look at it and say, "Well,
yeah,
you know what I mean." And so, but she's been working hard of late, so I have to watch some stuff sometimes 3-4 times. And I'm telling you now, man, I got caught out today with AI.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean. So it's just getting awful.
Right.
It's the only reason why I'm not going to say that personally this thing's AI, but in my opinion, I'm thinking how long it is, because I'm seeing some of these AI real like what Nick said about Michael Jackson. I've seen the Stephen Hawking one.
Right.
They're fun. Have you seen the Stephen Hawking ones?
I haven't.
Have you seen them yet, Nick?
Yeah, I've seen when he's on the ball and he's getting flopped around everywhere. Like,
yeah, oh yeah, that's the one I seen, man. He was riding the bull, a rodeo.
Wow.
Hidden, mate. Can I just bring this photograph out, because I got to shoot off the stream in a minute. Just to prove a point. This is a photograph taken in the rain. Now have a little look at this.
That looks good.
Okay, so the different colors, the drops will go in different directions. It's just the perspective of the camera. Okay, there are plenty of evidence online for you to check, and if you want to believe this is ghost, that's absolutely fine. But this is taken from the internet. Someone who's done an investigation to find out what raindrops look like. This is what we're seeing right here. Okay, quick Google search. It's the same with that one as well. And it's the same with that one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So it's just the flash is giving off a reflection off the water droplet. This is why it's so bright, and it's got to hit it just right.
Yeah.
To make it. So these ones here are closer to the camera than these ones in the background.
Right. So, and that's basically a glare.
Exactly.
It's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. And it's a pretty clear cut photograph due to the vegetation in the background here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there we go. Not a debunker, but there we go. Just debunk that for you. So there you go.
I love it.
Guys, I've got to shoot off. It's 12:30. I've got to be up in like 4 hours time, ready for work. But it's a pleasure to meet you, Jimmie. It really is. And enjoy the stoned conversation you're about to have with Hidden. I'm sure it'll be enlightened. It's sure we call you Jamie plenty of times.
Sure.
Apologies for that. But it's been a blast, and I'm looking forward to seeing your documentary coming out in November the
7th.
November the 7th.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it very much. It was awesome chatting with you, dude. Awesome.
Yeah, appreciate your insight. And thanks to everyone in chat. Just a quick shout out. See me on Friday on Alien Addict at 9 o'clock as we go through the history of ufology and all that. So I shall leave it there. Hidden, pleasure as always. I wish you all good night. And hope to speak to you soon, Jimmie.
Halloween.
Yeah,
and happy Halloween. Awesome,
Halloween
man.
to you.
Take
Did you
care,
say
guys.
Jamie?
Did I? No, I'm pretty sure I said Jimmie, mate.
I think you said Jimmie.
I think you said Jamie.
Don't start, mate. I'll see you guys. All the best.
Take it easy, dude.
Well, okay. Well, and I'm getting pretty stoned. Yeah. How are you? Are you stoned as well?
I have a wonderful buzz. I only smoked about half of this joint, and I ate no gummies before I got on, because otherwise you'd be peeling me off the floor right now. So, but yeah, man. I mean, if you want to wrap it up, we can wrap it up.
Well, I've only got one more thing to share.
Sure.
And I pretty much found this today. So here, let me dig it up. But it's some air traffic control chatter.
Uh-huh.
And I always find I'm a sucker for air traffic control chatter.
Yeah.
So here, let me see. What do you think? Have you ever listened to what do you think about stuff that comes off the air traffic control?
I mean, the only context I've ever had it in is, like whatever documentary I'm watching or whatever. I don't listen to it I've never listened to it on my own. But I mean, they're reporting and they're seeing things, right? So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Definitely, it's interesting to listen to. I could see the appeal.
See, I think what it is with me is back in the days, you wouldn't have heard this stuff, and it wouldn't be so out there freely. I think the internet has done a lot for this, because
sure,
some of the stuff that we get from air traffic control are just ordinary citizens that are scanning the airwaves, listening.
Right.
And some of it they put out themselves.
Right.
So, okay, I just wanted to say that. I got to give shout outs, and I got to be careful, because this is another channel, and he's bigger than me, way bigger than me. So he may not mind. Hold on. Let me put the banner up. So I got to put there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. That makes it legit.
Right.
So let me give the channel a shout out here. I'll pop it up, and hold on. See, this is why I like chilling on other people's channels. Okay, so at the moment I was trying to check this out. I know this was posted a day ago on this channel. I came across it when I got home tonight.
Okay.
So this is from VAS Aviations, and I'll put the link in the description box after the show. So here, let's check this out. I believe this is hold on, let's check this out, man. But I think there's 3 objects.
Okay,
let me bring that up. Have we got it on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, here we go.
Shuttle 6084 for left heading 310. 310, Shuttle 6084.
It's a strange small object that we just flew by, a small silver canister. Do you know what that could be?
49 Kilo, we've had no reports in that area. What altitude and directions to heading?
It appears to be standing still. I'm at 3,500 feet. It was right off our wingtip. Small silver canister.
Roger, thanks. Do you think it's a drone, or is it like a balloon type?
I saw nothing attached to it. It was sort of hovering there. It was astonishing. I don't know what it was.
Creepy.
I want to believe.
Chronos 402, contact approach on 125.75.
25.75, Chronos 402. Good luck with the aliens.
Uh-huh.
84 clear visual approach on 823 dumping tower.
Clear vision 23 over tower, 6342.
Yeah. 503 Sir Papa, I'll get the 0 correction traffic. You're following 6 mile left base up here at E175, go showing turbulence.
Following the E175, keep looking for the track, side 503 Sir Papa.
Well, if it appeared to be stationary, then that means it had to have been moving just as fast as they were, right?
Or they could see it approaching and it wasn't moving.
Right. Yeah, I guess.
Hold on. Let's see. Got it. Do you want to hear that again?
Sure.
All right. The sound was good for everyone, yeah?
Yeah, I could hear it well.
All right.
Shuttle 684 for left heading 310.
310, Shuttle 684. A strange small object that we just flew by, a small silver canister. Do you know what that could be?
49er Kilo, we've had no reports in that area. What altitude and directions the heading?
It appears to be standing still. I'm at 3,500 feet. It was right off our wingtip. Small silver canister.
Roger, thanks.
Yeah.
Small silver canister.
Didn't he say 3 of them?
I didn't hear 3 of them. I heard him say it. Just one, an object that he went past.
Yeah. Where did I get 3 from then? Ugh, Chinese whispers. Let me see if it's here.
Yeah,
looks like it's strange. Yeah, a strange. Doesn't mention the word 3 nowhere.
Right. He said 3 in the beginning, is what Cree says. All right, then go back further.
Nah, that's the beginning. Well, it's not the beginning. Here it is.
Yeah, he says turn left heading 310 is what he says.
Yeah, and that's where I got the first one.
Turn left heading 310.
310, show 684. It's a strange small object that we just flew by, a small silver canister. Do you know what that could be?
49er Kilo, we've had no reports in that area. What altitude and directions the heading?
It appears to be standing still. I'm at 3,500 feet. It was right off our wingtip. Small silver canister.
Roger, thanks. Do you think it's a drone or is it like a balloon type?
I saw nothing attached to it. It was sort of hovering there. It was astonishing. I don't know what it was.
Creepy.
I want to believe.
Yeah. Yeah, he just refers to it as it and a and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Who knows?
Yeah, I like
a lot of things going on out there. A lot of strange things going on in the sky.
But it's good now that this kind of stuff is coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, 35,000 feet. Yeah,
well, that was 300. He said 3,500 feet, but still, 35,000 feet. Yeah, I mean, I've seen all kinds of stuff where like the people in airplanes way up there in the clouds.
He said. No, you're right. 3,500. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, that's pretty close to the ground.
It is.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
You gotta apologize, brother. You're doing fine.
I thought it was 35,000 feet. I thought it was 3 objects.
No, man. That happens, but now you know. We've heard all sorts of stories about things at that altitude. So I mean, it wouldn't be uncommon. I could understand why you would make that mistake.
Stoned as well.
Yeah.
So we'll blame it on something other than me. No, I'm playing. I take full responsibility. But there is a question I wanted to ask you, honestly, now.
Sure.
Have you experienced anything?
Like UFO wise, or you mean paranormal?
Well,
like
paranormal.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've not so much UFO stuff. I mean, I've seen a few things that I found interesting in the sky before. I'm not sure what they were, but ghost stuff. Yeah, I've well, like I was at Kent's house. Like I said before, we heard voices in the room with us. Luke and I both heard them.
What were they, like male
like
or
a woman?
female?
It was like a woman. She was like, "Hey." We're like, "Hey." So it was a weird, quick, like, and it sounded like it was behind a wall of water. It was really strange. And then like one of the craziest things that happened to me was here at my house. I was in bed. I had just laid down I was waiting for a friend of mine. I have a phone through a phone plan with a friend of mine, and he was coming over. This is back. I've had it for a long time, and he was coming over to collect the money for the bill. And he didn't. I was waiting for him to come by, and this was late at night, like 11:30 or something. I was like, I guess he's not coming, so I laid down in bed with my dog, and I'm sitting there reading something on my phone, and I heard the back door open and close, and someone walk through the house, and my dog heard it too, because she was in bed, but she was just like, woof, woof, like like someone's here, I'm not getting up. And so I heard him walking through the house, and I heard them walk all the way in front of my bedroom, and they stopped, and I was like, I guess Josh is here. I should probably put some pants on. And I'm like, why isn't he saying anything? And I opened the door, and there was nobody there. It was empty. But we both, my dog and I, both heard someone walk through the house. There was no one there. That's the most crazy audible thing that happened, in what I heard with my ears, and my dog was there to verify that we were hearing this. I've had other things happen. I remember when I was very little. I remember being extremely little, less than 2 years old, little.
Wow.
And we moved out to a farmhouse, and when it must have been right around that time. I remember looking out this back window, and there was a man looking up at me, and he just looked like a man, but he didn't look quite right. But he didn't look like my mom or my dad. That's the way my little child brain remembers this. And I go to my mom, and I was like, Mama, there's a man outside. And she went over there, and she was like, there's nobody there, Jimmie. But I'm 2, if not less than 2 years old at this point. And so I don't know what lying is. I don't know what dead is. I don't know what a ghost is. So I didn't have any, interpretation of. I just remember being like, that's weird. Why would my mom say there was no one there? And I went and looked, and there was nobody there. But I know I saw that. I remember that. And it wasn't until later in life when that memory popped in my brain, and I concluded that must have been a spirit. And when I think about what he looked like if he just looked dead. He didn't look. He had color, but he wasn't colored white like this. It was more grayish.
Gray.
Yeah, more grayish. Yeah. And he was solid. I remember that. He was solid. And he was confused. When I look at his face in my memory, he was confused. Who are you and why are you in the house? Kind of look. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, man. I mean, some other things, but it's those are the kinds of things that make me really kind of go, what was I experiencing? Because I try to keep my feet on the ground. I try to not get excited. I actively just because I'm just as susceptible to excitement in a paranormal investigation as anybody, it's going to happen, it's not like I'm impervious to it, but trying to remember to ground yourself and come back and think logically instead of being overwhelmed by your own emotions and making poor judgment on your investigation.
Indeed. Yeah. See, I've never been on an investigation.
Yeah.
But I know people who have.
Mm-hmm.
And they've never spoke fondly of them. Because they've gone there expecting to see something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know I figured then, and kind of what I do now, that it doesn't go that way.
Right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, when you paranormal investigating is very boring. A lot of nothing is going on, a lot of a lot of times you're in there going, what the fuck am I doing with my life? You know, like, I mean, because like it's like nothing's happening, nothing's going, and then when something happens that honestly that you really can't explain, when that happens, that pulls you back in. You know, it's like, okay, this is why I do this, and yeah, it's fun, but at the same time, it needs to be about learning. It needs to be about learning and keeping it real as you absolutely positively can. You know, find things interesting. It's awesome to be able to present evidence and say, I find this interesting. You know,
Yeah, that's what I like doing.
Yeah,
that's why I like that. From when Nick showed me that first picture,
yeah.
you know, the one at the cemetery,
right?
I think the issue is I like to deal with locations, whereas he don't want to give the location, but I know that I can say, you know, give me as close as possible to what you can.
Yeah. Yeah. That picture that he showed, the one with the thing in the around the staircase, I at first it was like, I don't really know what I'm looking at. It's interesting. I need more context, you know. And then when we showed me the rest of it, it was like, okay, yeah, I get it. I get why this is interesting now. You know, definitely out of the photos that he shared, that one was.
I done a good job on that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And the EVPs are really cool.
See, I didn't see the rest of those pictures.
Oh yeah, right.
I just saw the main one, and I knew that he had the originals.
Right.
I knew it was a good shot. This nose knew, man. Sorry, I can't say no more. But what I saw today was, you know, that's why I couldn't say it was interesting. That was just such an odd word to say about that.
Yeah. It is interesting, but it's
more than interesting.
Yeah, it's very compelling.
Credible.
Yeah.
Credible, yeah.
Yeah, credibility too, because like you said, he went through and he did all the right things. He got other photos of it in better lighting, and that is key. You know, that's key. He went back at it to try and debunk it and figure that out, and that to me tells me he's a well-seasoned investigator, and that I respect very much.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm hungry and I've got to go to the bathroom.
Okay, well, that's it. I'm at the end of it anyway, so I'm going to wrap it up. So thank you, and thank you guys for turning up.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me on, man. For real, I appreciate the opportunity to sit and talk with it, and especially with a couple of people who are open-minded enough to you know, hear me out and listen to the perspective. Because honestly, you know, I'm not trying to make myself out to be a superhero. I'm trying to make a stand against bullshit evidence. And the more people that are educated as to how that can be done, I you know, and there's a chance to spread that word, I sincerely appreciate it. So thank you. And thank you for all the people who came in and sat in the chat and listened very much.
Yeah. Sorry, let me get this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give you a big hit on the back to help if I could, but my arm won't reach. There you go.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That did the job.
Oh yeah.
So anyways, man, thank you guys. Have a happy Halloween. And I hope to find something decent to show you guys. Or if I don't find anything decent between me and you guys, let's have a little fun. So
looking forward to whatever you put out, man.
We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna feel cheeky. I don't know. Nah. I don't know. Yeah. Something's gonna come up good. You know, when it goes quiet, then something big happens.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah, looking forward to it, man.
On that note, I don't know when I'm gonna show a video, so I'll say it here, and the song will say it again. Oh yeah, guys. If you guys know John P. Adventures, just send him out some hugs, man. It's his business to say, but if you guys know his channel or is there, just go over, just send him some hugs, man. All right, that's all I can say. So all that, and that's it, man. That's it. Thanks for tuning in.
Take it easy, everybody. Take it easy.
And be spooky.
For there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed, and nothing concealed that will not be known and illuminated. Stay blessed and keep safe. This is the hidden underbelly. Stay blessed and keep safe.